adding a little bit of spice. Wouldn't really be taken seriously if you wore something like this, but I appreciate like the art of it. Don't cancel me for saying this. Guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Jessica and I created Dolled Up by Jay. So in today's video, I wanted to discuss ridiculous fashion and, you know, show you some crazy items I have found all over the internet. Some of them are wild. And I wanted to discuss, you know, has fashion gone so far now to the point where they will literally make anything and just know that people will buy it? I would love to hear your thoughts on all of these items. And if you are new to this channel, I put out new fashion videos every single week, so consider subscribing and also like the video if you enjoy this content. Okay, so starting off hot. This I just saw actually before filming this reel on that account, Prada x BBY. And it is this fashion show by a guy named Dirk Vason. And he has this collection called New Identities. And he has this crazy collection. I'll just put the video here so you can see it. Like, this stuff is wild. Now, I don't want to say anything negative about it. I think the comment section was enough. You know, people saying like, I couldn't model this without, I would just burst out laughing. They would fire me. How do they even do this with a straight face? Like, it's just honestly crazy. Now, I don't want to say anything negative about him because he is a young designer. He's in the London College of Fashion Designers. And honestly, if you want to make a name for yourself and you're a new designer and you want people to be talking about you, this collection is going to do it. This is just crazy stuff. This website, he has hand pieces, he has shoulder pieces, he has these very interesting head pieces, which I'm like, what? This is crazy. I mean, it's obviously for the sake of fashion. You know, people aren't really going to wear these items. They're more about creating a buzz, feeding into the fashion community. But I mean, you never know. There might be some people out there that are like, these are a must have. I'm gonna wear these. I'm gonna make a statement. I'm gonna slide across the floor into my next event and everyone will be talking about me. Like, honestly, if Kanye West wore any of these items from Dirk Vason, literally the entire world would be talking about this designer. That's literally all it would take. But you know what? As weird as it is, I appreciate it because it's something different. It's not something boring. It's not something that we're seeing over and over again. You know, that's what's so great about fashion. There's no limits, really. So this is just a great example I thought I'd start off with. Okay, next, not necessarily as crazy, but something I don't really understand, like why I keep seeing it on influencers on social media, is this H&M chain link scarf. I believe it's H&M, unless they have copied another designer. I could not find for the life of me who else has made a scarf like this other than H&M. So it must just be H&M, unless I'm wrong, correct me in the comments. But they have this green neon chain link scarf. It's something different. Personally, I don't love it. I could see the kind of fun playfulness factor to it, but I don't know. It doesn't seem like anything you would normally get from H&M though, which makes me think they have copied a designer like Bottega or something, but I really can't find who actually has created this. So if anyone knows, let me know. I also saw this on Rita Ora and there was like a whole article about, you know, this scarf and her wearing it, which I thought was interesting. So yeah, just something fun, something different, something out there. Okay, next, I think this piece definitely could be fashion making fun of us. I don't even know what this is called. I just call it the Octopus Bag. I saw this on TikTok. You can clearly see in the background, they're in a Bottega Veneta boutique. It is this furry blue tentacly like pouch thing and it's by Bottega. They're like twirling it around in the video and I'm just like, what? But you know what? Don't cancel me for saying this, but in a world of Prada reissue bags, nothing against those, but in a world of everyone wanting, you know, the same bag, the Neverfulls, even yeah, like the Chanel Classic Flaps. I love those bags, don't get me wrong, but in a world of where everyone is kind of, it's almost a uniform to have certain handbags, I appreciate when I see art like this because obviously this is just so ridiculous. This is not an everyday bag. This is not even practical. I don't even know if it has a strap. Hopefully it does, but I just think it's fun. I think this type of piece though is literally like FU money, you know what I mean? It's like people buying this or not buying this is their first designer bag. They're buying it because it's just so out there, it's ridiculous, and people are going to talk about it. And it's a collector's item, so I respect it. Okay, another item from Bottega. These are the wire stretch sandals. I recently added these in a Dubai shopping vlog. These are so funny. These literally look like, you know, those phone cords you had in like the 90s when you're calling your best friend and then you pick up the phone and you're like, get off the phone, dad. Like, you know what I mean? These are those type of phone cord vibes, and I think at first when I saw them I was like, these are really cool. Some people think they're absolutely hideous. I think they're definitely not going to be very timeless. They are kind of a collector's item. You know, this is not going to be something that they release every season. I highly doubt that, but I think they are a really cool item, and I did see them in person. They're actually very heavy. They're very sturdy. I was wondering how the phone cords would kind of stay up around the leg, but they're very like strong. They feel very sturdy and like rigid, and the bottoms have those kind of grips on them that Bottega is known for. So honestly, I'm really interested to see these on people on social media, on the internet, seeing what people are wearing these with. I think they're honestly a cool moment. They're a cool vibe. They're definitely not an everyday shoe, but I think they're definitely gonna get people talking, and I think they're creative and they're cool. Okay, next, an item that I really do not like. These are the new Jelly Gigi sandals from Gucci. I swear this is when fashion's making fun of us again. Is these $490 US jelly sandals. Honestly, these just remind me of like when you were a child and you're in the playground and that's like what we wore, you know what I mean? So I'm not here for it. I'm not a fan. I think they look even more hideous on the model with the, you know, rubber GGs. They didn't even do a gold, like, come on. So I will not be buying these this season. I am not for them. And I'm really curious to see who's buying these, who's wearing these. And I think it's kind of like how shockingly ugly almost the Balenciaga Triple S sneaker was and how it took off. Although these are more of a nostalgic moment. I really don't know if these will take off. Maybe they will. Okay, next, another example of when fashion is really making fun of us. If you guys seen Selling Sunset, I know I keep referencing it on this channel, but you cannot deny some of the style is something to talk about. Christine Quinn's fashion. I swear she carries the fashion of that show on her back. She carries it. She carries the whole thing. In this scene with one of the Oppenheim brothers, she's wearing a chair purse. Yes, it is a Rhinestone Chair Bag. I read an article about it. This bag is by a brand called My Reality. It's about $400 to $450 US. It's all covered in Swarovski crystals and it fits literally a coin. And the creators of this bag said we wanted to do an FU to the mini bag trend. They wanted to just make something so impractical and so ridiculous to kind of like make fun of the mini bags that they made something that literally is a chair that can fit a coin. I think it's definitely like the most impractical thing ever, but it's cool. It's like, you know, people were talking about that bag to the point where there's articles written about it, right? And that's kind of like the fun of fashion. You don't have to conform. It doesn't have to be all the same. And there's tons of opportunity for creative expression. I think this is a great one. Okay, next, an item that I really wish I had never seen, and I'm so confused by this and why they even created this because it's just so weird, is the Thom Browne rat bag. This is a men's bag, and this is about $4,500 US for a men's rat purse, literally. Like, who is buying this? Who is buying this? I don't understand. I was just honestly shocked to even see this on Farfetch. I was just browsing, like, what's new? And then this bag came up and I was like, what is this? I just thought it was crazy. I don't understand like what the design team was thinking with this. I mean, again, it's one of those things that are gonna get people talking, you know, a tad bit controversial. Doesn't everyone hate rats? Now we're wearing it as a purse and spending $4,500 on it. I don't know, like, why didn't they do something cuter? You know what I mean? Like a cute little puppy or something. I don't understand it. What do you guys think of this bag? Okay, so most of the items in this video are current season because I wanted to keep it fresh, I wanted to keep it hot, but I don't think I could make a Is Fashion Making Fun of Us video without mentioning the Moschino hairdryer bag. This is iconic. They still sell it to this day. It is literally a hairdryer basically with a chain on it. This is for like the more creative individual who kind of has like the money to spend on something that's a little bit more of a, you want to be a centerpiece on your night out. People are going to be looking at you being like, are you wearing a hairdryer? But like, it's obviously a purse. I think that a lot of the Moschino bags, you know, they're very kind of inventive and silly, not necessarily practical, but they are art pieces. And again, in a world of Neverfulls and, you know, bags that are so similar, nothing against the Neverfull personally, I just like find them to be very common. But, you know, in a world of bags like that and where everyone's getting the same items, I do appreciate seeing, again, something a little bit different, adding a little bit of spice. Okay, so on the runway, you guys may know the name Schiaparelli. I think that's the proper pronunciation. Featured in Couture Week, and you may know the name because of the whole Kanye West and Julia Fox situation. They are now broken up, I think, after 7 days. I have no idea. But anyways, they were at the show in their crazy outfits, and there were some very interesting looks from this show. Now, there's this particular kind of sunbeam dress I saw, and it has these like sun cuffs with a matching like headpiece. I don't see anyone wearing this to an event and taking themselves seriously or being taken serious by others. Like, imagine you are, you know, accepting an award in your career or something. You wouldn't really be taken seriously if you wore something like this, but I appreciate like the art of it. A lot of cool looks. There's also this really cool like gold one. I think the dress part is actually like a beautiful work of art and very cool. But the hand pieces, obviously it's very much for couture, for fashion, right? And part of the whole ensemble. But I think the gold dress is honestly like gorgeous. Okay, another Couture Week runway moment was by Victor and Rolf, and I've already seen this going viral on TikTok. So they had these outfits and the neck just goes like up to here, like where the clothes go, and the head is below. I don't know why it's sunken in like this. I don't know what the purpose of this is. People were commenting saying like this is giving Addams Family. People were commenting, but I just don't understand. Like looking at these at first just made me really uncomfortable, and I was like, it's not structurally sound. No one's gonna wear that. It's so weird. But I think that's the point of like couture and fashion sometimes, is it's just being expressive and it's something different. And I mean, look, I'm talking about it on my channel now, so they obviously accomplished what they wanted to accomplish. You know what I mean? Like people are talking about it. Not that I'm like this amazing celebrity or anything, but like people are talking about it now, you know? Another runway example, this is by Jean Paul Gaultier. This is for spring 2022. This dress, I don't understand it. I don't understand it. I could see the whole appeal of it with the, you know, see-through parts, because all the Mugler looks have really like blown up, especially since his passing. May he rest in peace. And you know, the Mugler Jimmy Choo collaboration is just like flying all over social media. Like everyone is talking about it. This dress just kind of reminded me of that. The headpiece is very, you know, it's up for interpretation. It's not for everyone. It's definitely a Fashion Week statement. Although let's not be mistaken here. Jean Paul Gaultier has some amazing, incredible historical fashion looks. I'll put some examples for you. But yeah, this one I just wasn't like, I wasn't in love with. I thought it was a little bit much. And not to be mistaken as well, this was an hot couture? I think it's hot. I used to read it as haute or haute, but I think it's hot. I Googled it. I think it's hot couture. Correct me. Okay, and the last item from the runway, this is a couple pieces from Comme des Garçons. So you might know this brand most commonly with those shoes with the red hearts on them. Those were very, very popular a couple of years ago. I saw a couple of these runway looks that they recently had, and I do not know what was happening there. I don't see these to be very wearable. You know, especially with like the green rubber wig. I understand that's for, you know, aesthetics and driving the story. And, you know, they had these massive silhouettes, like silhouettes that were so big, in fact, that I don't know who in their right mind would be wanting to wear these. And, you know, I guess if you were someone who's susceptible to bloating very easily, or maybe, you know, it's your period or not feeling your best, these outfits might be the best for you. But yeah, honestly, some of them just reminded me of, it's almost like this was meant to be. I never really get Wayfair ads anymore on my Instagram, and I saw one literally when I was researching this video. And it was a portable sauna that was like a box like this. And instantly I was like, oh my gosh, that reminds me of this Comme des Garçons collection. Like, you know, so if anyone out there is just really loving these looks and you want to get it for less, just order yourself a sauna from Wayfair and call it a day, and you're gonna get the look for less. Okay, and finishing with the last but not least, these are the recent Givenchy X Chilito marshmallow sandals. These, I wonder, is fashion making fun of us when you release an item that is just so ridiculous like this? I mean, yes, I get it, mules are kind of in, but these are more of like a open-toed clog. Don't worry, they still have the clog variety, actually. They have the full clog version. Oh, I think they're so hideous, and they're like $600 for like a chunk of rubber. I just, I cannot with these. I cannot. Let me know what you guys think of them. I'm really curious. Okay guys, well I really hope you enjoyed this video. I'm trying to keep it lighthearted. Fashion is just so crazy sometimes, but I'm definitely here for it. I love that it's endless creativity, although sometimes I question when things are actually released for purchase by designers, you know, who is buying these things? But I do respect the craft. I'm here for the creativity. You know, it gets people talking, it gets more brand recognition and all of that. And there's no such thing as bad PR, as they say. So I hope you guys have a fabulous day. And if you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for watching. If you are new here, definitely consider subscribing. I would love to have you back here. All right, bye.